What's up, guys? Welcome to today's episode where we're going to talk about fishermen versus fishermen.
Look at that tank!
All right, so one of my biggest pet peeves in this industry of fishing is all of the subcategories that like to butt heads against each other. That includes kayak fishermen versus boat fishermen, fly fishermen versus warm water fishermen, and trout fishermen versus bass fishermen and things along those lines. But I had an interesting experience recently where a guy on the river explained to me why fly fishermen were better than other fishermen. And it was kind of ironic because the reasoning he said was fly fishermen are much more interested in conservation. But we were in a river where the water comes out of a dam. On the other side of that dam is a lake, and that lake is a popular bass fishing destination. And there's a very active group of bass fishermen on that lake that are conservation minded. And so here's the deal. If that guy doesn't understand that that lake feeds that stream, and those bass fishermen that are heavily involved in conservation and water quality issues for that lake doesn't affect him as a fly fisherman fishing that river or that stream, then that's part of the problem. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do in this video is to kind of broaden your horizons, open up your eyes a little bit to think about the symbiotic relationships that go on out there that you might overlook. There are a lot of people that think one type of fisherman is better than the other, or one type of fishing is better than the other. I firmly believe that all types of fishing are awesome and that we should support each other and uplift each other and stop all of the fisherman versus fisherman bashing. There's enough people trying to take our right to fish. There's enough people trying to limit our access. There's enough people trying to damage our fisheries that we should be more focused on being united instead of divided, right? If you're a fly fisherman, trust me when I tell you there is some conservation efforts that a bass fisherman does, or that waterfowl hunters do, or that some other conservation organization that you may look down your nose at has created that has a positive impact on your ability to do what you do, and vice versa. Okay, there's a lot of efforts by fly fishermen that have a positive impact on your ability to smallmouth fish a river, for example, to striper fish in a river, or any other subspecies that I'm overlooking right now. There's huge interactions and correlations between some coastal fishing conservation efforts and inland fishing and vice versa efforts. And so to me, what we ought to start thinking about more is how we treat each other and respect each other's right to do what you do, and maybe even give it a try. You might be surprised how much you like fly fishing if you give it a shot, and you may have only been turned off by the elitist mentality of some. And those people may have only had an elitist mentality because of, friction or inappropriate interactions that they had with people that they consider, I was called a heathen one time on a lake by a guy because I was throwing artificial lures with treble hooks. And, he literally chastised me that I should, take those lures and get off the lake because I'm damaging the fishery. And a lot of that angler on angler stuff is, one, it's uncalled for. Two, a lot of times it's based on ignorance. Ignorance is just not knowing, right? And so a lot of times, I hate the saying walk a mile in somebody else's shoes because that really doesn't truly give you the benefit. But if you walk the walk that person walks and you try to fully immerse yourself in the experiences that they have and find out why they love what they love so much, you might find that you love what they love just as much. And you might have the opportunity to then penetrate some of those communities where you change their perception of bass fishermen or bank fishermen. I had a guy tell me one time that all bank fishermen are trashy. They leave their worm buckets everywhere. They leave their garbage cans, their cigarette packs. And I'm like, all bank fishermen? Really? And so to me, we really just have to get back to focusing on everybody in the fishing community being united instead of divided. Figure out where we can help each other out, or we can at least understand where the other folks are coming from. Again, there's too many people trying to take our rights to fish for us to give them ammo to do it by calling each other out. And there's a lot more common ground than you might imagine. I firmly believe we have way more that makes us the same, that makes us different, So I just want you guys to think about that and help me spread that message that we need to stop fighting as anglers. We need to stop fighting amongst ourselves, and we need to stop tearing each other down. There's already too many people doing that. We don't need to help them. Anyway, guys, if you like this type of content, leave a comment in the comment section below. Do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel, consider watching some other fishing product review tip videos and things like that. And hit that subscribe button if you feel like you're getting some value from the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. There he is.